Hello friends, welcome back to Selection Report. In this video we will discuss about the BRICS nations. First we will briefly discuss the overview of BRICS nations, and then we will briefly discuss the benefits and challenges for Bangladesh if it joins BRICS Bloc. So let's get started. Overview of BRICS. As you know that BRICS is the acronym of the countries Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. So the first letter of this country's name takes as BRICS, which is given by the chief of Goldman Sachs. As you know that BRICS was founded in 16 June 2009 in Yekaterinburg, Russia. Then later on it has been formulated as BRICS Bloc for these 5 countries. Now let's check out the combined impact of economic and social impact of the BRICS countries. The total populations of the BRICS country is 3.42 billion, which is 42% of the world populations, and total land area, which is 40 million kilometers square, which is 30% of the world total landmass, and the GDP size of the BRICS bloc, which is $26.03 trillion, which is near about 31.5% of the world GDP according to 2021's data. And then total trade volume of BRICS nation, which is $9.03 trillion, which is almost 18% of the global trade. And BRICS bloc, according to BRICS informations and BRICS bloc is aiming to contribute the global trade volume nearly about 50% of the global GDP by 2030. Now let's check out what is the Bangladesh's trade volume with the BRICS nations. Bangladesh has export $3.55 billion according to financial year 22. Bangladesh export $3.55 billion to the BRICS bloc, where against the exports Bangladesh has imported 35.95 billion, which is so much than the export volume. As you see that Bangladesh is always dependent for importing goods from China, India and Russia. So this is because of that the import volume with the BRICS nation is really high. Let's move on. What is the main aim of BRICS nations? The main aim of BRICS nation is to establish a new world order to counter the hegemony of United States and its currency, the US dollar. As you know that US dollar has been created different social crises and economic crises around the world because of the fluctuations in the exchange rate, as because of the rise in the interest rate by the Federal Reserve System, the Fed. So through these, BRICS nations are formulating an alternative model to developed countries group of G7. And according to the Foreign Minister Abdul Momen of Bangladesh stated that Bangladesh likely to become BRICS member in August 2023. As because Bangladesh is already a member of BRICS Bank, which is called the New Development Bank, based in Shanghai, and Bangladesh got the membership of New Development Bank in 2021. A conference will be held in August in South Africa, which is called BRICS Summit 2023. As we know, BRICS Summit will be held in 2023 in South Africa, and our Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will go there to participate. BRICS has now 5 members, which is Brazil, India, China, South Africa and Russia. In future they will add 8 more countries as a member of their state. They have invited Bangladesh, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Indonesia. So let's check out what are the benefits of Bangladesh joining the BRICS bloc. The most important benefit that Bangladesh will enjoy if it joins BRICS bloc is that Bangladesh can access to development financing and liquidity support. As because Bangladesh is already member of New Development Bank by 2021, and BRICS already has arranged a contingent reserve arrangement, which is CRA, and it has given the BRICS nations for withdrawing the BRICS currency or the currency reserve from the BRICS and NDB. So Bangladesh will definitely enjoy the facility of CRA when there is a need for budget supports or liquidity support, or even the budgetary deficit, to support the budget deficit. Actually, even Bangladesh can take loan and financial assistance package to support the infrastructural development or liquidity need. The second most important facilities that Bangladesh will definitely enjoy, that is diversifications of trade and investment partners. So Bangladesh imports most of the goods from China and India, which is nearly 40% of the total import, and exports to China, India, Brazil, and Russia, which is a very minimal. So Bangladesh now can have a bilateral or multilateral arrangement with these countries, and Bangladesh can seek for more exports to these countries and can diversify its trade and investment. Bangladesh can also gather more and more foreign direct investment from these BRICS bloc or BRICS nations. Number three most important the benefits that Bangladesh can have from BRICS bloc is diversifying currency and foreign exchange reserve. BRICS is, as you know, that BRICS countries are planning to formulate a new currency which is called BRICS currency by this year. So if Bangladesh joins BRICS nations or BRICS bloc, Bangladesh can have BRICS currency reserves instead of US dollar reserve, and which will protect Bangladesh from the US dollar manipulations. And Federal Reserve has already raised the interest rate many times in the past, even this year. Diversifications of foreign exchange reserve, Bangladesh can have now more of different currency foreign reserve for export and import from the other countries. Most of the countries in the world now still have nearly 60% reserve in US dollar, which creates a lot of burden for fluctuations in the foreign currency exchange rate. So Bangladesh can protect its own currency from the foreign exchange rates which is always fluctuating. Number four benefits is that become a member of largest global economic bloc and diversify Bangladesh foreign relationship. So if Bangladesh become a BRICS bloc member, it can balance in foreign relationship with other country and can also deepen foreign relationship with the members of BRICS nations. Number five, which is technology and innovations. BRICS nations are the most advanced nations in the world currently, because China, India, Russia, which are almost very advanced countries in different sectors of the world. So Bangladesh can have a technological transfer benefits of technology transfer and bilateral trade and intellectual property right, which is a big advantage for Bangladesh to have to enjoy these facilities from these countries. Number six, Bangladesh will actively participate in global issues. Bangladesh can actively participate in global issues such as geopolitical, economic, climate change, warfare, and refugee crisis. Bangladesh will definitely enjoy the independent decision making in case of geopolitical, economic and climate change, warfare and refugee crisis. As you know that Bangladesh also hold a large number of refugees in the world, which is Rohingya refugees, and Bangladesh can create an impact to solve these problems by using the BRICS blocs and impact of the BRICS blocs. Now let's check out what are the challenges that Bangladesh may face if it joins BRICS alliance. Number one is dissatisfactions in the Western countries regarding the political issues and social issues and economic issues. How can political issues, Western countries always try to impact in political decisions of Bangladesh, so it can have dissatisfactions regarding when Bangladesh joined BRICS blocs, and it may have different political presence in the world, so Western allies may get dissatisfied. Social issues and economic issues, Bangladesh will enjoy more social and economic independence if it got the chance to join the BRICS bloc. Sanctions. Number two, that is sanctions. If the decisions of Bangladesh or the factors that goes against the US or its allies, Bangladesh may face sanctions on different sectors and non-cooperations in issues such as Rohingya crisis or refugee crisis from the Western countries, and may also get intense interference in the political issues of Bangladesh. Number three, which is political influence of India and China, will increase more than ever in Bangladesh. Bangladesh has always a political influence of these two countries, India and China, but there is also few political influence of United States. But if Bangladesh join BRICS blocs, then US political influence will be reduced because of the presence of India and China in the BRICS blocs. It will have greater impact on the politics of Bangladesh. So guys, that is all for today. If you like my video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Peace.